Oh yeah, the first 5 days been sort of amazing for me as an individual, but overall as a team, we still just got a lot of things to work on with new players coming in and learning the plays and just working on the timing and knowing exactly how they're supposed to run their routes and who they're supposed to block on certain run plays and things like that. But we got a lot of players that has came in and understand what they're doing and coming out and having an amazing fall camp and showing that they'll be able to be a big part of this team this year and show a lot of success.
The first 5 days have been well. The young guys have been developing. We've been fixing the minor mistakes. Overall, the intensity has been there. We've been playing Flames football day in, day out. Everybody's chasing their standard. Everybody's trying to be the best they can be, and all has been well so far. Just keep pushing, chasing it day by day.
Kaidon, you're entering your second year, I guess, as starting quarterback here at Liberty. What's different for you this year, this off season? What has it been different? Because last year you were obviously in a quarterback competition in camp. How has things been different for you going into this year?
I mean, obviously, I feel way more comfortable with the offense and knowing what I'm supposed to do, knowing my assignment each and every play. As of now, it's just me just lifting the team up and getting them getting them on board with what I've been doing. So just making sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to do, getting the extra film time that they need, and putting in the extra work that needs to be put in order for us to succeed this year.
Coach Chadwell was talking about how he's looking for you to continue to grow as a leader. Is that something that you've been focusing on as well?
Oh yes, sir. I mean, everybody knows I lead in a different way. I'm not as vocal as a leader should be, but I've been coming out of that little phase and being very vocal this year and just trying to say more to the team so they can know that I'm all in for them.
CJ, you had a good year last year. You led the team in TFLs. Were you surprised to get the preseason Player of the Year honors in the league?
Yeah, it was a little surprising. That's not. I don't really look into the awards and things of such. So when they caught me by surprise, it was exciting. But like I always say, it says preseason. Can't get too caught up in things like that. Now it's time to go chase it.
How about your off season? What's the work been like?
Off season, I've been fixing the little things like false steps. Trying different moves, not trying to come out with the same thing, trying to be different. I want to be versatile, not be a one-way type of guy. So that's one thing I've been focusing on, trying to be different, change my game up a little bit, not trying to be as readable as I was last year.
Kaidon, so far in camp, what have you seen out of the receivers? Obviously, some new faces and new roles this year. What have you seen from them?
I mean, Darius Copeland, he's been one of my outstanding receivers so far this fall. Trayon Sibley, he's been doing what he's supposed to do. Y'all seen a lot of him last year. Big Elijah, he's been making the plays that needs to be made using his body, going up and get those 50-50 balls and back shoulders. Tyson Mobley been using his twitchness to get open and make separation between the DBs. Juju, he's explosive, so he's been coming out, getting open, doing what he's supposed to do, and helping us out with the run game, also with the pitches and everything. So I mean, like I said, it's going to be a lot of options this year, and the ball should be spread out to numerous receivers.
Kaidon, as you've evolved as the starting quarterback and now go into camp as the guy and have had some reps in camp under your belt as the starter, how much of what you've done is also focused on getting the new receivers on the same page and maybe having to push them and coach them on the fly to get them up to speed?
Yeah, I mean, just the little things like when I see certain plays or certain routes that they ran that should have been shorter or should have been flattened off or kept up high, just going to get them automatic feedback right after the play or after, even if I see that coach, just tell them I'm still come up and tell them a little something more. Just let them know where I want them to be at on that play so I can deliver them a great ball, sit in certain windows and things like that. But overall, it's just been still getting the timing down with the guys and just make sure that they feel comfortable and not going out there thinking too much about what their job is every play and just knowing that, because the more comfortable you are, I mean, the less thinking you got to do and you don't want to go out there thinking. So I just try to get them way more comfortable than what they feel like.
Does that include for you not just reviewing after practices what you do, but reviewing what the other people on offense do to provide feedback for them?
Oh, yeah, yes, sir. I mean, even when I'm not going, there's been certain reps. Like when I'm not going, I'm watching the younger receiver guys, just correcting them on maybe they messed up a route or something, just correcting them, still letting them know what they're supposed to do every play, and just trying to be there for the offense as a whole and bring us all together.
Caden, one of the questions I keep getting about the offense is you've talked about the receiving core a little bit, but them and then the offensive line, you got some new faces up there too. Why are you confident in both of those groups?
I mean, offensive line. I mean, Jay White's the leader of that group right there. Jay White and Big X. So we got two returners, and the other few they all played snaps last year. John Paul came in as a transfer, and I'm sure he had snaps at his other school. So everybody's played, so everybody's feel really comfortable with what they're supposed to do with the ones group. I mean, everybody seems like they know what they're supposed to do, and Coach Dirk, he's been doing an amazing job getting in all the new guys, helping them out with coming in and letting them know their assignments on when I check this and check that. So overall, they've been holding up pretty good, but at the same time, defensive line, they'll get in trouble for coming near me, so it's not really like a full-out press every time coming at me, but overall, they've been standing up their guys and having everybody in the right spots and picking up the right protections at the right time.
CJ, how many times have you got near?
A lot. I get in trouble, but got to keep Seven safe. He run the operation, so got to respect.
Give him a little slap on the shoulder.
Yeah, you can't even do that. You'll get in trouble. You got to stay away. So but got to give him respect where respect's due.
CJ, there were a lot of new faces on that Liberty defense last year, especially up front. But this year, return a lot of guys, including yourself, TJ, and some of the others. How much does that continuity kind of help you and the rest of the unit as you guys go into this year?
It helps a lot because we were, I won't say new to each other, but our first time being on the field, first time playing a real season, starting every game. And we've grown with each other. We were young, making minor mistakes, but this year we know what we're doing. We know how to do it. We know when to do it. So I believe we'll be even more dominant. We got younger guys that that we're getting along the train that are coming in fast with it. So it'll all be well.
Do you feel good about the depth that
yes,
you guys have?
The depth is
a lot of guys that
well.
played a lot of snaps last year.
Yes, everybody in the Joker room, they're aggressive. They love to hit. Everybody in the Joker room can play. In the D-line room, the young guys have been doing their thing too. Guys like Elite and Aaron, they've been doing their thing. So I believe we'll be ready to go with depth.
You mentioned trying to diversify your game through how you're preparing and practicing. What all has that entailed, and do you envision that entailing come game day with the opener against Campbell being the first test of that?
Taking it piece by piece, trying to be diverse, I'm more of a speed guy, so, I try to mix it in with power and stuff like that. People know I like to rush the edge, try to get there as fast as possible, but I want to switch it up, be as diverse as possible, because I believe your game can be read, you'll be dominant. I want to play checkers. I want to play chess, not checkers. So, with all that, I've just been taking it day by day, switching feet, doing different things, rushing with my hand down, standing up. So things like that, I believe, will get me ready for game day and allow me to be more dominant.
How much does that also include being in a spot where maybe you step back to play the run if that happens on option style plays and even getting into pass coverage?
Yeah, they put in a lot more coverages where I'm, apexed or outside of receiver too. So, it's been a little funny adjusting to it, but I believe when it all comes to say, it'll all be well.
Kaidon, looking back to last year, how different is your relationship with Willie Corn?
Me and Coach Corn, since he got here, we kind of built a strong relationship just with him saying what I was capable of doing, or him knowing what I was capable of being able to do. Trust came as soon as possible. He's been an amazing coach since I got here, helping out the guys, helping out all of us with just learning that playbook and staying in it and being on us about it, and just meeting time. That every time we meet, you learn something from every meeting from him. Whether it's something you didn't know or something that you knew that you can still excel on better doing. So just still being able to learn from everything that he's knowing with his offense, and still like at practice, even Coach Isaac, he'll come up and tell me a little something about what I should have did, or Coach Dirk would tell me a little something. It's, as a coaching staff, the whole offense coaching staff, we all help each other and just making sure everybody knows what they're supposed to do and know their assignments.
One more question.
CJ, obviously you get to sharpen your unit against Caden's unit, which is one of the best in the country last year. What does it mean to have that kind of head-to-head when you guys get to go against each other in practice?
Going against one of the best allows game day to be a lot easier. We don't see guys as fast, guys as physical, going against the offensive unit, even guys like Salt. We're not going to see a quarterback as fast as this guy who can move like him. So, it makes game day a lot easier practicing against something like that. So that does help a lot.